Hold on, let me just wipe off the camera.
I was a little afraid you were gonna be like, all right, let me. You were just gonna pull it down and give me a big juicy fart right before we started.
No, come on now. What are we doing here? It's professional, you know. Professionals around here. What are you doing?
What are you doing over there?
She's like rolling around on my feet.
Oh, that could be fun. But so what do you think about this episode of I'm just gonna call it Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon? We got a wedding and no death.
Yep, no death. That's probably one of the first ones, but they seem to do it in a remote place with hardly anyone there. So,
that's true. So it's hard to have a mysterious murder happen when no one's around.
I saw a picture or a tweet earlier. It says this person says that he married her in a Valerian wedding because Valerian weddings answer to no gods nor men. Not even the king can annul this wedding. So, like, supposedly that's why they did that style, because no one can say shit, I guess.
Oh, I like that. I don't know, it's funny. This episode for me too. Not like I have been on Alicent's side at all or anything, but this episode for sure, I was like, okay, I'm for sure on Rhaenyra's side. I want this bitch to die. Which I feel like Alicent, because she's like the Cersei of the show in a way, she'll probably make it all the way to the end and still be alive or something.
Yeah, but because I mean, shit. I remember we were watching Game of Thrones, and I mean, you know, you guys had already watched it, and I'm just like, I'm ready for this bitch to die, and she
we're
doesn't.
Like, I don't know. Gonna have to wait a little bit.
It's like how is this person still alive? But yeah, like that whole scene when they're in the hall, you know, after what was his name that lost his eye?
I think it's Aemon. I think it's Aemon and his brother's Aegon.
Yeah. Aemon, yeah. You know. And then she pulls the knife out and like cuts Rhaenyra.
Yeah,
I'm like, this bitch. I swear to God,
she is
I'm like sitting there. You know, we watched it last night, and I'm like, I would have cut her head off in the middle of the town square or whatever, you know, in the middle of a King's Landing, wherever we are. I would have cut her head off.
I get that though. I'm surprised.
I'm like, she is out of control.
I'm surprised that Rhaenyra held back to not be like, Daddy, do something, you know, like, or like try to get something done. Like she did bring up things, like, and she was that in a way, but I'm surprised she didn't be like something back. Like she just let Alicent go off the rails and just like ruin herself, kind of.
Well, but that's what she wanted. She wanted everyone to see that. She wanted everyone to be like, yeah, see, now everyone sees you're a crazy fucking batshit.
You know what I think,
lady.
You know what I think helped this situation is what was she doing about 10-15 minutes earlier? She was riding her uncle. So she was nice and calm and collected. She had some Targaryen juices flowing through her. She's like, I'll just let this bitch, like, she did it nice and calm and collected because she got some uncle dick.
I mean, it definitely helps that Viserys, for whatever reason, doesn't want to acknowledge that they're not his. And I was pretty impressed with Aegon when he was like, everyone sees it. Like, he's like, we all know, like, you know, I mean, pretty much said like, you're fucking blind without saying you're fucking blind.
That was a really interesting scene because like, Viserys is questioning Aemon and he's like, he's trying to get it and he's kind of looking at the mother and he's like, oh no, I know it's her, but should I say? And he said his brother, I'm assuming because he thinks his brother's tougher. But it is interesting. So like in that moment, he did choose his mom over anybody else, which felt a little more like he's a Joffrey and that's a Cersei also.
Yeah, probably.
Because it was also even just like that scene in, I don't remember what episode of Game of Thrones, but the first season. Remember? And like it's
Now, child, tell me what happened. Tell it all and tell it true.
And then that's when her direwolf has to die and she throws the rocks to get it away and all that. It was very similar to that situation.
For sure. It was I mean, like the scene really pissed me off, like when you know, and I get it. You know, I was like looking at stuff online today, and people were saying, you know, like Alicent had every right to be mad. I mean, I would be upset I would be pissed off too if like one of my kids lost an eyeball.
No, yeah, that was the hard part too. Is they all had little sides that you're like, I kind of get that.
I'm not gonna be like, I want his eyeball too. Like,
and then steal a dagger and run over.
Yeah, like that's craziness. You know,
well,
but
especially if it's also
he is the biggest fucking dragon in the world now.
It's true.
So, I mean,
that gave him some confidence.
he probably should have started with that line. It's okay, Mom.
Yeah.
I lost an eye, but I gained a dragon.
He waited like 20 minutes.
Yeah, he probably should have started with that because, I mean, and then I know this is completely off topic, but I was a little bummed that this episode was like pitch black. It was just the lighting. I mean, it wasn't as bad as the episode in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, no. Some people are
I'm
being
like,
very
Jesus
very
Christ, like,
very
this is
dramatic on Twitter about it.
Crazy.
But it's just because like the whole episode took place at night. So like, what are they? You know what I mean? Like how
I
do
know,
you want
but
it to
still,
look?
put a fucking candle around or something for God's sakes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I don't know.
No, yeah,
I
they
just
could
feel
have
like
done
it's
that.
wasted,
I was thinking that this episode,
you know?
but it also I do feel like it didn't look that dark, at least for me. But I kept thinking like, yeah, they could have had some of these characters like carry around a little candle or something, and that would have brought
hang them on the
more
wall, or like the torches on the wall.
Because like them
like,
at the beach, they why would there be candles there? And then in the field where the dragon's sleeping, he can't have a candle or anything there because he's sneaking up on the dragon.
That, but it's just I feel like you lose some of that, aesthetics or the lust or the magic of the show. Like like you see the dragon flying and shit, but I mean. You didn't. I mean, you got to see it, but you could have seen it better if it was partially daylight or daylight outside.
Yeah.
I mean, it like I said, it wasn't nearly as bad as the episode from Game of Thrones, the battle scene. But I was just like, wow. I'm like, that is kind of disappointing. I was just a little disappointed because I'm like, fuck. I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's like, God, the whole episode was pretty damn dark, and then, like at the funeral, like they start with a funeral, and then they're like. There's like all these people, and then they're like on this little patio, and it's like getting dark, and you can't fucking see. And then I'm like, this is where they have like a after party for a funeral, like just on a little patio.
Well, because they all had to go where Damon was, right? Didn't they all fly there or boats there or whatever?
Yeah.
But
that's what I mean. It was just like this little bitty place, and it's like dark, and I'm like, we could have picked daytime for this shit, or fuck something.
Yeah, no, it didn't bother me that bad, but I do get some people complaining about it. But you mentioned, sorry, I saw something in camera. I thought I was saying something. You mentioned the beginning. One thing I really liked about the opening was like it was like the people spoke, and they're like the guy was saying all stuff in the beginning, which I even liked how like you could tell Otto and like some of them like Alice and all that probably couldn't understand the thing he was saying. So like even he was like adjusting his hand to the king thing, which that's where you get the reveal that he's the hand of the king now. But for the most part, it was like pretty silent. Like, you're just kind of like watching everybody be sad for like 25 minutes in the beginning.
Well, yeah, and then Damon starts laughing or chuckling.
Yeah, I like that. He laughs because they bring up it was about Rhaenyra's kids a little bit about like it's the bloodline's still going or something basically. And he's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, It's I mean, overall I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, yeah, it definitely. It's not the best episode of the show by far, but I really enjoyed it. A lot of shit happened in it.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of stuff that happened. Yeah, I mean, and then we obviously have another time jump this episode coming up.
Yeah, next week, and supposedly the last time jump, but I swear I've heard that before. So.
Yeah. So I mean, because you see Aegon older with the eye patch and all that shit. So.
Yeah. Which some of this footage, I wish they would stop. Like the one of Allison running with the knife, I've seen that like a million times in the trailer.
Yeah.
And then we saw Aegon with his
I didn't watch
with his eye patch.
The next time.
Like in the weeks ahead, like 3 weeks ago, or maybe after the first episode or something, you see him with the eye patch. Like, I wish they'd stop showing us that far ahead.
I've seen still shots on Twitter too, and it's like where do I mean, I feel like I said last week, it's like where do they fucking see all these?
It's because you gotta go to like whatever magazine is doing an exclusive interview with them. They'll get like I guess 40 pictures or something.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily want to see it.
Yeah, true. But so what do you think about the end? I liked it. So this will be a big thing for people going forward. The people are a little worried that Laenor is alive. He shaved his head and he's off with his boy, and Daemon paid him off to like do like a secret burn his body kind of deal. But apparently in the books it's just said that his boyfriend killed him or whatever, like Daemon paid him to kill him. And people are worried because there's a character that comes in later, I guess, and takes his dragon and flies it into war and does all this shit. But people are like, well, if he's still alive, how the fuck is someone going to get his dragon? Like
it's like Adam.
His dragon's just
or
gonna
something like
abandon him or something? Like what people are. So I don't know because I didn't read the book, but Nick was telling me about that.
Yeah.
So I am curious because I was saying, I was like, well, couldn't they just like in one of these time jumps, say like a dragon hatched a while ago, or even if he pulled a fast one on Westeros and whatnot, if he's leaving, what if he just abandoned his dragon and then this guy just took it because the dragon's not like, you know what I mean?
Well, apparently you can just take someone's dragon if they abandon it or the person dies.
I think because she died, that's why he got to take it. Like if she was alive and he climbed on, I don't think the dragon would have. Well, one probably wouldn't have even been there, but
I mean, with him just leaving and not going to be around, I mean, he might as well be dead.
Well, but I think it's also like with the dragons, I think it's like almost like a Red Dead Redemption, like when you claim your horse or whatever, it'll stay with you for a while, you know. It spawns with you and whatnot.
I know, but I mean, like we all think he's dead. I'm assuming they're. I mean, I don't know if they'll show it, but I'm assuming they're gonna have a funeral for him because they think he's dead.
Yeah, true. So I guess if the dragon's there and the dragon sees that, then maybe.
That's what I mean.
But
that's what I mean. Personally, I think
they're supposed to have a connection though. Like they're supposed to like.
Yeah.
So the dragon should feel like, hey, his body's not in there, or you know what I mean, whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
so that'll be interesting. Well, I guess we'll talk about that more when the character actually gets in the show because I don't even know who he is or if he'll be in it.
Well, I saw it, and it's supposedly it's a character named Adam or something like that.
Adam and Jason, they just start having normal names now.
Yeah.
I like that.
No, but before we get too deep into this, I did want to mention I liked when Viserys called Alicent Aemma.
I'm glad you brought that up. I meant to, and I forgot.
I that a lot.
I didn't catch that the first time watching it. I saw that on Twitter, and then when I watched it again today, I was like, "Oh shit, yeah."
Yeah. I saw when we were watching on Sunday. I'm like, did he fucking just call her Aemma? I'm like, he fucking did.
Also,
I'm like, damn.
I got the vibes this episode. I thought right after that we were gonna get a scene of Kristen Cole just railing Alicent. Like I thought they were gonna be like lovers just fucking all the time or something. I just got the vibe of them hanging out this episode from that.
I think they do.
But I wonder if we will see that or not, because it feels like they're secretly banging, especially like the look they gave each other when he called her that.
Yeah,
and it was like, oh, he doesn't even know who I am. I guess I can fuck you. And
then when whatever, Ding Dong Boy, I don't know his name.
Ding Dong Boy,
the only strong left.
Oh, Laris. Laris.
Yeah, that guy, Lars. When he was like staring at her, he's like, "Milady, such and such has been staring at you for an hour." It's like, I don't know. It almost like he was like a little jelly.
No,
a little jelly belly.
I saw a funny meme about him on Twitter.
This dude is like fucking emotional.
It was him staring with like intent up at somebody talking, and then the caption was clearly a woman's talking.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh yeah, 100% with him.
What the hell was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I don't know. I can't remember. I'll have to. Hopefully, it'll come to me.
Well, you brought up Laris. I liked that I didn't like it, but at the end or whatever, right after their little scruffle and all that, he offers to just go fucking take Rhaenyra's kid's eye.
Yeah, he's. I mean, he definitely has a ulterior motive. I mean, you know, because what he's a lord of Harrenhal now or something like that.
Yeah, that's why he's like, yeah, cause that's what when Kristen Cole was questioning him, she's like. It's because he's happy. He's the Lord of Harrenhal. Yeah.
So, I mean, I assume that he'll probably just keep moving up the ranks.
Yeah, probably. Although, I gotta imagine, for guys like this, like, eventually, like, season 4 or something, this fucker will be, like, eaten by dogs or something, you know? Like, he'll get a gruesome death. Most likely.
Yeah, maybe they'll cut his dick off or something, like what's his face?
Oh,
what was his name?
They'll make him eat his own dick though for reals this time.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but
I can't even remember what his fake name was supposed to be. You know when he was like calling him by that other name too?
Schnitzel. I don't know.
Yeah, Schnitzel.
It's definitely not.
He's like, I am Schnitzel.
I don't know. I thought the king was dying this episode. I don't know why.
I kind of got vibes of that too, and then I thought the time jump was just gonna skip his death, but then you hear him talking the next on. You don't see him, but you hear his voice.
I didn't watch it. But yeah, it's I don't know, for some reason I was like, oh, he's gonna die. He's like, I thought he was gonna have another heart attack when he was like yelling and screaming when they were doing the little shits. But yeah, And then I mean, yeah, like I don't know. I don't like Allison. I don't. I'm Team Black if I'm picking a side, but I'm not the biggest Rhaenyra and Daemon fans either.
Oh,
like,
really? I fucking love them.
Yeah, I
Whatever
mean,
they
just,
do, I'm like, yeah, fucking
know,
do it. You guys want to make
cool,
out and want to bang each other?
Yeah. Did you
Cool
see
with
that
me.
tweet I sent you and Nick about the Pornhub searches?
Oh yeah,
for
I did.
Step
Yeah,
Uncle or whatever?
yeah, Step Uncle's
like,
going through the roof.
What?
Yeah, that's totally not me.
I was like, what?
I haven't looked that up once. I swear.
I was like, okay, that's odd, but okay. Well, everybody's got their own shit, I guess. So, but yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I overall I thought it was a good episode. I enjoyed it, and I'm ready for next Sunday already. So.
Yeah, I loved how just brutal it was when all the kids were fighting each other, and just, like he fucking hits the girl in the face. The little boy comes at him screaming. He punches him. They're fucking cutting each other's eyes out. That was such a gnarly
he was
fight
gonna
scene.
fucking kill one of them.
Oh my
with that
god!
big
He's like,
rock.
you will burn and scream like your father, and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ, kid, fucking take a breather.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't wrong about saying that they were gonna burn and die like his father, but
and he's like, you bastard.
Apparently that's not copacetic.
Yeah. Do you think? Are you getting like? Are you almost done with them doing time jumps and skipping a lot of stuff? Like they completely skipped Otto being Hand of the King. He just is Hand of the King, stuff like that. Or are you happy with it in this show?
I mean, I don't really mind it. I mean, we knew from I say we because as soon as I watched the next one after last week, I'm like, it's fucking Otto. He's back.
Oh,
sure that was Otto.
Yeah.
So I mean, I kind of feel like that was your like, here it is. Like, we're not going to cover it, but here it is. We're just going to put it in your head. Like, we're not going to show him to you, but I mean, we're going to show you enough of him for you to be like, unless you're a ding dong boy, that's Otto.
Unless you're a.
He think I'm a fart head.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, you didn't hear? Have you heard any of the soundboards?
I have not.
Oh my god! I've been hitting him this whole fucking time.
Well, I was wondering. I'm going, man. Oh, then now it says you're sharing computer sound.
He think I'm a fart head.
That's so funny. Earlier when we were talking about turtles before the podcast, I was doing something and I played China, the Chinese chicken. And I was dancing.
I heard none of it until that last one. Yeah, that's funny.
So funny. There was even one. I don't remember what you said something, and I played. She's got a dragon. You dumb cunt.
Yeah. No, that's the first one I heard right there. So
like your fanny.
Good times. Yeah, good times. That's too funny though. That is too funny.
But let me see. Oh. One other storyline I can think of that we didn't talk about is Sir Corlys and I'm so confused on her name. What's her name? His wife? Rhea?
Oh, I don't
Rhaenyra?
know.
It's like Rhaenyra, but it's not Rhaenyra. But him and his wife,
she drives me nuts.
They were arguing, and he was like, "Oh, they stole your crown. I'll win it back." And then she finally had him. It was a little bit like a Breaking Bad moment when he's like, "No, I do it for me. I like it."
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. She bothers me. I think she's just over the top.
I get it. She's a little much.
I mean, she's probably been dealt a shitty hand, but
and also they're an asshole to their son and all that shit too. So fuck them.
Yeah. I mean, she thinks her son just got murdered in their own house.
Yeah, but they just had conversations about like fucking disowning him and all this shit, and they're like leaving it to I think it was Damon's kids or something.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you were kind of killing him in your mind a little bit too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, what are you gonna do? That's apparently how it rolled out. They were like, we're fucked. We're idiots.
One thing I was really happy of in this episode too is I don't know if you saw. I think it was on a short I put out last week. It was about Sir Harwin and his dad dying in the fire. And
Greg Ostertag.
And someone commented like, "Oh no, only Harwin died. That guy's still alive. He's still Hand of the King." Blah 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 blah. And I was like, "No, I'm pretty sure they both died." And even Nick commented back like, "No, they both died." So when they mentioned it this episode, I was like, "Yeah, fuck you. Know what I'm talking about, bitch? Fuck you."
Maybe you should go back and be like, "See, they're both dead."
Yeah, I'd be like, "Hey, mister.
Want to shut up?"
I mean, hey, you never know though. Crazy things happen all the time.
If you want to correct us in right or wrong.
It's funny because Kreger at work, he thought he didn't realize Lanor was still alive, and I'm like, no, he's still alive. He's like, what? I'm
Oh
like,
wow. So did he
I
not
go, yeah. I
recognize him
go,
when he shaved his head?
yeah.
And was going. He
Well,
fooled him.
He goes. I was wondering who the fuck that was. I go, yeah. I go, that was fucking Lanor. I go, he fucking shaved his head.
He's like, who the fuck's this guy with Lanor's boyfriend?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, because it totally fooled me. It totally fooled me.
I like that. It was like a Ocean's 11 fucking type thing where they're telling you the plan, and Damon puts on his Joe hood and all that.
That's the thing about it's exactly. I mean, it's totally like you. Anytime he's got to do some sneaky shit,
he turns into Joe Goldberg and
he throws the fucking hood on. I'm like, Jesus, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
I like it because everybody uses that Kermit meme with Kermit wearing the hood. It's funny.
Which I think one of Aemon or Aegon, one of them will start doing some hood shit, because I think I saw one of them like that in the trailer too. So we'll see.
Probably.
We'll see a bunch of hooded little frogs running around.
Hooded dragons.
Mm-hmm.
The princess has a dragon, you dumb cunt.
And now Aemon has a dragon, you dumb cunt. The biggest dragon of them all. How stoked would you be if you had the biggest dragon of them all?
Oh man, I think it'd be cool.
And
I think it'd be freaking awesome.
I just thought, last week we got that big scene of what's his face jerking off outside the window. Aegon, he was jerking his mom.
Yeah.
Do you think anybody? I feel like they had to have any dragon rider in Westeros. Do you think they've flown really high in their dragon, stood on top of their dragon, and jerked off?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Come on.
The princess has a dragon, you dumb cunt.
Not one person in all of fucking Westeros?
No, I would say no.
Damn.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like this is all fake and made up shit anyway. So, I mean, you can say it, sure.
Hey, who knows? The world might be fake and made up, dude. This is a simulation.
It could be.
I see so many TikToks lately of people being like, no, we're in a simulation, and like being happy about it, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you weirdos?
Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do? People are weird. People are very weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would be. I mean, if I figured it out, or if I found out, like, it would be disappointing. Because what's the purpose?
Unless you could, like, once you figure it out, it's like Westworld type shit where you could start changing the simulation and whatnot. Then that'd be pretty dope. It'd be like you fucking got cheat codes.
And I'm gonna bring this up. I'm not watching the show, so don't even mention it. But have you seen the preview for the Peripheral on Amazon?
I have not.
It's from
Nick
Lisa Joy and Ding Dong Nolan.
Nick was telling me about that.
Almost identical. Like, it's like I saw the trailer like a month ago, and I'm like, wow, this to me says that Westworld's over. Like, they're just
this is what they've been working on since season 2 of Westworld. They've been working on this.
Yeah, well,
and you could tell because they gave up on Westworld.
Yeah, because you should totally watch the trailer. I mean, do
you know when it comes out?
Soon, I believe.
Oh, so you don't? So you don't want to do it then?
I do not. I'm not.
What if it's really good though?
Jerome, I'm not. I already told you I'm not. It starts October 21st, so like 3 weeks. I'm not.
Jesus, that's really fucking quick. And I should look up the trailer after this.
Here, watch the trailer right now. And then,
that's a good point.
Yeah, and then you can maybe put it in there for people to watch. It's 1:54. So
what's it called again?
The Peripheral.
Okay.
Yeah, but it just looks. I don't know. It looks stupid. Set in the future when technology has subtly altered society, a woman discovers a secret connection to an alternate reality as well as a dark future of her own.
I got it. Oh, it's funny. I turn it on. First thing I see is from the mines of Westworld.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna beat that drum to death.
All right, we got a live reaction to The Peripheral Season 1.
Yeah, you can cut this into a ticker.
The Peripheral. You heading out to see some of that natural splendor? Oh, yeah, even, like, just the little technology I've seen already looks like the technology from Westworld.
Until you see the people that look like the white guys in the lab and shit.
Oh, God. I'm surprised it's, like, not the same actors, too. Oh, so is this, like, VR Westworld, kinda? Oh, it's based on a book. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's kind of cool. I like those tattoos, like, moving on her back. Oh, I see what you mean. There's a fucking dummy driving the car. Looks just like people from Westworld. From the mines of Westworld, we bring you Westworld again. Well,
Flesh
I'll watch
World.
that, and I'll probably love it and jerk off to it or something. But it does look just like a Westworld copy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to put my foot down and say no to that because
That's fine, because then I could just binge it and watch that at my leisure, and
Yeah.
maybe I can do little videos on it.
I'd say maybe make some little snippets.
I
you
thought
know?
it was pretty dope. Did you see I did that Friday the 13th fan film video I put out
I
yesterday?
did.
I put it
did
on
that. I
our
did see that.
Instagram story yesterday, and the director shared it and put it on his own story.
Wow.
Yeah. So the director of a movie put our Instagram
Well,
in his
yours,
story.
not mine.
Well, I mean, but he put the real Pleeka
Well,
on there.
no, I know, but yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
pretty
I was
cool.
like, I did it, and I sat down, started eating, and I got a notification. And I was like, wow, that's fucking quick too.
Wow.
But yeah, I watched.
He's probably just sitting around.
Yeah, he's just sitting there,
taking a shit.
hit like, did something he didn't even care. But I was like, oh,
Yeah.
cool. But
That was pretty cool.
I watched both of his Friday the 13th fan films in the same night, and I did videos on them, like recorded them and shit. So then I can put those out for like Halloween and whatnot.
So what? Oh, and we have a new Halloween coming out that I didn't even know about.
Oh yeah, it comes out on you can watch it on Peacock. You can just watch it at home.
Peacock! Yeah, yeah, but yeah. I really hope that they both die this time around.
Oh man, me too. Fuck. Did you watch the last one, right? Halloween
No.
Kills? Oh my god, I
No.
hated that one.
No, he's always been my favorite. But I mean, it's like okay,
Baba Yaga.
we're overly beating a dead horse here.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. This is like promoted as this is the last one, but then they've
Yeah.
already, this is the last one with Blumhouse. So like they'll make 500 more with a different company very soon.
Well, I mean, hey, if they're making money, they might as. I would keep making it.
Yeah, I just wish
You
they
know?
could make some other horror movies too besides just Halloween.
I feel like the horror movie genre is just
Although
trash.
I watched you watched The Whitest Kids You Know before, right? You've heard of them?
No.
They're a sketch
No.
comedy group. One of the dudes in that directed. Have you heard of the movie Barbarian with Justin Long and Bill Skarsgård?
Is it newer?
It's newer. Yeah, it came out a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
maybe
I
a month
feel,
ago.
I probably saw a trailer for it or something like that.
I saw it over the weekend with Taylor, Angela, and Victoria. Yeah,
Yes.
it was so fucking fun. I watched it, I loved it, and then afterwards I learned it was from this comedian that made it, and I was like, wow, that was really cool. But it was really cool. It was told in such a different way too. Like it was like there's like almost like chapters to it, but it like it's interesting. It's done really different and fun.
Did you see Nope? I don't know if they consider that a horror movie.
I did,
or
yeah.
not, but-
They considered it a horror movie, but it didn't feel as horror-y to me. It felt almost more like an adventure with like that.
I
that was,
just
like, a little spooky.
feel. I just feel like the horror genre as a whole is. I mean, I don't want to say that they've done and covered everything, but
close.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty close to being done and covered everything. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
I don't think
yeah.
I don't think there's any rocks. There's many rocks that have been left unturned.
Like this movie Smile, it's supposed to be pretty good. I know it's doing well, but how many horror movies are there going to be of someone having a smile on their face?
Yeah.
And that's just the point. Is like, oh, they're got a spooky smile.
Yeah,
There's like 100 of those.
yeah. I mean, and I feel like I mean, I don't know, especially now, post-COVID world and everything. I feel like it might be a little hard to get funding for a horror movie.
It was Jeepers Creepers Reborn just came out. Oh my god, the green screen in the movie was horrible. Like you could tell like it was a COVID movie and they had like no money and low budget. It was one of the worst looking movies I've ever seen. I had a good time. Like, it was enjoyable because it was so shitty.
Right.
But oh my god, I'm like surprised that passes as a movie. Like I'm surprised they put it in theaters. It was so bad.
They're hoping to make something apparently.
It looked almost like a really bad fan film on YouTube, practically.
Wow. So yeah, so what does that mean, fan film? I don't understand.
It's just people that don't have the legal rights basically to make the movie. So they make it and put it on YouTube and they can't make money off of it.
But so I mean, they just reshoot it or what? Like
No, they
edit it, or how-
they completely shoot their own. Like they cast the director in the one that I watched. He played Jason Voorhees in it, and they actually brought back the older Tommy Jarvis from the Friday the 13th movies and had him in there too and shit like that.
Oh,
So but he just doesn't have the rights to make it. So like it's
Right.
not like an official movie. It's just one on YouTube.
So how long was it?
The first one was 50 minutes, and then his second one was only 30. But for the most part, the fan films are usually like 15 to 20 minutes. They're not usually that long.
Oh wow, that'd be kind of cool to do a Baba Yaga.
I don't know. While I've been watching a lot more of these lately, like horror movie fan films, and I'm like, fuck, it'd be really fun to make a little horror movie, just like for Halloween, make a little horror one or whatever. That'd be really fun.
It would be cool.
Maybe we'll have to do a little Halloween video, and you could dress up as Michael Myers, and you can like kill the shit out of me.
Yeah. Maybe I'll accidentally use a real name.
And then it becomes like a scandal, and we're like, oh my god! And then someone makes a movie based on you actually killing me dressed as Michael Myers.
And Nick could make a comeback. I cut his tongue out.
Oh my god! It's like a whole fucking scary movie. That'd be wild. Oh fuck! I got a minute and 12 seconds. Is there anything you want to say before we wrap up the podcast?
I don't think so.
You want to save the whales? You want to tell people to watch out in Florida?
No. Are you going to get an adult Happy Meal at McDonald's?
I saw that ad. I was thinking about it. I think that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
When do they start? Oh, they're already out.
It came out today. I got one today. Yep.
Oh, so what is it? What is inside an adult Happy Meal?
It's either a Big Mac or a 10-piece nugget with a fry and a drink, and then you get a toy.
What toy did you get?
What's his name? Cactus something? I don't know.
You don't even know the name? Dang it.
I don't know. You'll have to put it in there or whatever.
Yeah, just send me a picture of it after this, and I'll throw a picture in. Oh, fuck. Well, I guess there goes Hess. The Zoom's done.
I'm a snack.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe. We'll catch you guys next week for more House of the Dragon. Check out our Pleeka's Bachelor Party Clips channel. Check out our TikTok. Check out our Instagram. Fuck, I don't know. Everything else is in the description, I guess. And we'll see you guys. Ah, fuck. Jesus. We'll see you guys next week.